Alright guys, working on a 2013 JX35 that's Infiniti. So let's see. Normally there's clips here. She's missing all those clips, including the corner. But she's got this half, so we're gonna redistribute them or possibly give her new clips if we've got size that'll fit. She's also missing this cap. There should be a cap right there. We put all of our stuff that we take off the car in a bag. The bag also holds our basic tools that we use, which is our sockets, pry bar, anything that we use underneath the hood stays in here. Let's remove these caps. Should be a 14mm, and it is. Alright, let's go ahead and get the side pieces off. Inspect them for dry rot. This one looks like it's on the verge of dry rotting, but it still looks pretty good. It's pretty loose coming off, so let's look at it. Probably just wasn't clipped in the back here. I don't see any other damage to it. We're just going to set that right here. So this one, the tabs are broken off. There is no tabs there, and I see where this one should have a tab there. So it's got one tab, this one's got no tabs. So they are breaking down. Those CPR compression on the hinge right here. Once you do that, push down a little bit, pull up on the back, come off that post. Push down on the hinge. There it is. We're going to keep them clear of the battery. We don't want them touching the terminal. We're going to make sure that terminal stays covered too. Alright. Looks like we can pull our cal out. Make sure there's nothing else. We got a wiper cable right here. So either disconnect it from itself if you can, or be careful when you're pulling it out and pull the cowl out and at an angle coming this way, and then you can close that hood. I'll show you real quick. So say that was still connected, having it out like this, I'm clear of my windshield down there. This is at the lowest point to where you can get this hood at a good lower height to get your glass in there. But I got it disconnected, so we're gonna take it off. We're gonna put it under the car. Move my bag. Make sure everything's where it needs to be. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the old style Pathfinder clips. Let's see. Yep. It's a little track right here, it looks like. So, two ways I go about this. My blue bar I got from Harbor Freight. Love this pry bar. And let's do a flathead. Let's get in that door jamb. So we're gonna put this under. We're gonna first see if we can get it out. Nope, not wanting to go. So what we're gonna do then, put a little pressure right there. Just slide the pry bar in just so I can see. Come down here into the center of the clip and then twist your flathead. And what that does is that just expanded that clip to where I can now slide this out. Show you again on the next one. See if you get a better angle here. So I'm looking for where the clips are. There's one right here. So bottom, top, find the middle of that clip. Right there. I'm in the track, between the track and the clip. Twist your screwdriver sideways, and now that clip is loosened. So there we go. See, it's out. And so here's my next one. Bottom, top, find the middle, go in, and twist. That just expands the tray. If it doesn't come out like that, you can probably pull back, and there it goes, just unloosened. Same thing right here, fine. There should be 2 more. So, yep, right on the money. Go in, make sure you get it in between the clip and the track. Don't go track and frame, do clip and track. Pull that back. Last one. So there's my rivet. It's going to be on the top side of the rivet. And you go up just a little hair, there it is. Twist. And now this whole thing is free. Now before we leave this position, what we want to do is, this glass is old. So if this breaks the glass, I'm not worried about it. Okay, we're going to put this back. And we're going to bend the tracks back. We're not going to close them. We're going to look at every other part of the track here. And we're going to make this right here that I bent look like this. So let's change our angle so you can see how it's curved right here. We're going to come back in right here. We're going to bend the track back. That looks good. Right here is the next one. That looks good. And you see how I'm doing this? Putting it between the glass now and the track. And then we're just twisting the screwdriver. Looks good there. And last one, it's gonna be the bottom side of the rivet. They're not gonna do the top side of the rivet on the bottom here. That looks good. All right, so we're gonna move over to the next side. Let's grab my pry bar. All right, you can start top side or bottom side on these clips. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna try and start top side. All right, got a little dry rot on this clip right here too. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's just some little cracks in there. So we're just gonna be a little careful. But sun's shining right on it, looks good. And so twist, and that is opened up and loosened. Find my next one, it's right here. Next one. Move down so y'all can see. Last one. Right there. All right, that's all out. I'm gonna put that on top of the vehicle. Remember, if it's a windy day, you can put it right here. Seat to the floorboard, or sometimes you can rest them here if they're the bigger, bulkier ones. All right, we're gonna close these back up now. So, put it in between the glass and the frame. Just kind of twist it back, that's it. Find all the spots where those clips were. Just make sure that they look like the rest of the track. We got one more at the top, 5 each side, and we're gonna close that. There we go, we are done. Let's look here real quick at our cover. Probably can go ahead and snap this off. Just gonna pull down. I like to get these visors out of the way too when I work. Just got lane departure. Let me check something on this glass I've got. I think we're gonna be good. So let's go ahead and grab our T20. My T20s are blue now. Decided to get a different one. That way I can find it quicker in that toolbox there. My red and black handles, like that screwdriver, are T15s. T20 screw underneath the mirror. Unscrew it, loosen it. Don't take that screw out. You don't want to lose that screw. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. This cover, rain sensor pad cover, it just pops straight down. So just grab it where you can and pull. That's it. You see, it's just those prongs. All right, for the pad here, it's usually hard to do without a flathead. Sometimes you can. This one you can definitely do without a flathead, but easy way, take the flathead, push up on the leg here, you come in behind it, and you can lift that off. And there it is. Once you get that off, you can sort of take the rain sensor, grab it, and you can pull it off and go this way, and that'll unhook it from this side. I'm gonna go ahead and unhook this with my hand right here. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna pull straight down, and there we go. So this pad did not stay on here, so she gets a brand new pad. We've got that in the truck. We'll put that on at the end. Do not disconnect that cable. That's your lane departure. You disconnect this, you're recalibrating the vehicle. All right, so we are good to go here. Time for cutting. Use the spider to cut. Yeah, it's bugging me a moment. Let me check this. I just want to make sure, because I thought I ran her vehicle, her VIN. I want to make sure we're looking good. So I'm going to turn the camera off for a moment. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So just confirmed from the warehouse, 3581 is the correct windshield. It is lane departure and rain sensor. That is our 3581. So we're good to go. So we're going to continue on with the job. We're going to start cutting now. I used a spider line to remove windshields. It makes it real nice and easy for you. First position. Shove the line through the driver's corner. Several people do it on passenger side. Some people do it on the top. It's just your preference. I prefer the driver's. Driver seems to be the hardest for me. It's where I've broken a lot of lines before. And so I try and start there so that I can hopefully save my lines. Go ahead and cut what's hard now. That way when the line's finishing up at the end there, it doesn't have what's hard. I got like a knot or something, so I'm gonna try and pull this out. Man, nope. All right, so I typically want the red here to go to the edge here, but I'm jammed up. When I put that line on, it got twisted. So I'm gonna have to like probably cut this line off once it does break on me. But we're just gonna go ahead and string it right here, right now. Okay, so there is factory windshield. There is a hook under here I'm feeling, just like on the Altimas. So make sure you get that string around the hook. It's got a deep channel that it goes under there. Same thing this side. There should be a hook, but I'm not feeling a hook on this side. There should have been a hook. A little concerning. All I'm doing right here is I'm trying to back feed the line into the channel down below. Over on the driver's side there, it's not going in, so we're gonna remove this. We're gonna open the hood. I've looped it around the mirror, so it allows me to pull tension here. We're gonna reach under, about right here, and there's my line, and we're gonna put it in the channel. And as it goes in the channel, I'm pulling with my left hand here, and that's allowing it to go. All right, the whole string just popped in. Just gonna verify. Now there's that clip. I don't know if you can see it. It's at the tip of my finger. But there is no clip over there. That's weird. Usually if you got a clip at the bottom, a hook, you've got one on the other side. Verify my string is still connected, still feels good. So we're gonna go up the passenger side now. Still keeping slight tension as I get the string off of me. Gonna use my tool since I forgot to bring a pick with me. We're gonna tuck this down, if I can, behind the molding, but if not, just between the molding and the glass works too. Got it behind the molding. So we're gonna throw this line over there. I don't have to worry about keeping tension because that corner is keeping tension for me now. Try and slip it behind the molding. Got it. Get it out of the track that we need. All right, there we go. Get my drill and we're ready to start cutting this out. Drill has to be in reverse when using the spider. You can't use it in the forward motion. So reverse, I turn off this, I put it on where I got the strongest pull, and I keep it on 1. I don't like it on 2. 2 is too much torque for me. I like the smooth feeling from 1. Even though this is what looks to be a factory windshield, I'm beginning to think it was replaced. We won't know until we get the glass out. All right, I put this a little lower than what I wanted to. And the reason is to show you this now. See how the string is just above her dash? If I pull this, it's gonna cut into her dash. So now I have to use this shield right here to get that string past this. What you can do, actually, let me back it up. If you move this up just a little bit, and that crack is on the outside, the string is off her dash now. And so now we can pull it without that shield. So make sure you look at things like that. All right, I'm gonna put my shield in the corner for this piece right here, the pillar it likes to catch. I also do not like to sit inside the vehicle and cut. I like to be in the door jamb area, watching from the outside, cutting everything. Typically my position I like. So anchor is trying to move over there. Should be a clip somewhere in here if this is factory. Some people will take that suction and go ahead and put it over there. I don't like doing that. The windshield curves at the top. Because it curves, and by me placing here, I don't have to run a shield right here. If I put my suction all the way over there, I have to run a shield right here. There's our clip. All right. This lane departure is mounted to the roof of the vehicle. It's not on the glass. Great for us. We don't have to do a thing. All I need to do is make sure I'm clear of its wires and any of its mounting hardware. You don't want to touch this or mess with this or pull on that. If you misalign that, you're gonna have some bigger issues. All right, so right here, we're gonna work our string around the lane departure. That felt nice and clean. We're not gonna put it all the way up to the top because we're still working with a slight curvature here. There we go. We had that clip that was over there, so I know for a fact there's a clip right here. A little trick to that, sometimes the strings will get caught on those clips and they get snagged and break because it'll cut through that aluminum up there where the clip is actually connected into. If you'll put your shield and push up as that string is going through that area, it's going to run the string along the top of that clip, which is just 3M taped to the glass. And there we go. I'm gonna come out here. My suction's moving, so I'm gonna put some weight on it. I'm gonna get it around this corner. Keep my face clear in case the string breaks. All right, we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and move this anchor point. So we're gonna come down, and we gotta cut at least to here. So I'm suctioned. We're gonna move the spider tool. A lot of times I like to put it this way, and that's fine. Really, truly, the best way is this, because if this thing starts spinning, your drill doesn't get pushed into the dash down here at the bottom. So this is ultimately the best position if you can get your drill in this position. Anchor point is trying to pull, so I'm just going to hold it. There we go, we're free. Loosen our anchor, pull the line back through. Inspect my glass, it did not slide down. It slid a little bit, but not too bad. The reason for that, if it slid down, you want to go ahead and put the glass back in the position so you can, until you can set your Quickset or whatever tool you're using to help set it. If you got a second person helping you, you can skip the step altogether. Got my Quickset here, so we're going to go fix it. We're going to go ahead and just pull the windshield back up into the position. Just need to go a little nudge. If the vehicle doesn't have a clear coat, good luck getting these things to stick and stay. So that's too high right there. We're going to go ahead and rotate it. And that might be too low right there. So, but I'm noticing this, I've got it on the downward, so let's pop it in the upward position. Now, let's check that. That looks good right there. So, we're gonna lift our glass, slide this underneath, and get it in that position that I want. Passenger side, I'm thinking right there. Now, I'm clear of the hood, bolt, same over here, clear of it, so we're not gonna have any issues taking this glass out or putting it back in. Glass is up. It's in my hands. We're clear of the awning. And in the slot we go. Show you. So see, we went right above the clip, between the clip and the glass. So that clip is still over there. There's the other clip right over there, the white piece. We broke through that. And here's the little post at the bottom. It does nothing really. So, and of course that side's just missing. There's nothing that those posts clip into here at the bottom. There's no hole for it or anything. They don't even get close to the frame. I believe it's just for the robots at the factory for when they're setting. They can feel that slight tug, and then the robot corrects its angles then. and knows it's in the spots where it needs to be to set the glass. That's probably what it's for. Boy, this clip is dry rotted. All right. Cloth. Be careful not to drag this across that cloth. It will dirty it up. Pain in the butt to clean. If you get them dirty, I find the shop rags that you get from the warehouse. What is that? C320, 22, something like that. They work great for cleaning it up. It's got that orange citrus. Mechanic shop rags that you use for your hands to get the grease off. Those work pretty good for cleaning them up. Got thick glue like this, go ahead and cut the top and come back. All you gotta do is then cut that bottom. Much easier than fighting it. Watch that top there, that roof. Try not to nick it with your blade when you're cutting these. Go ahead and take those back to the truck. I like to clean up. I don't like to leave my mess anywhere. Here in Canton, they have guys that'll put the glue on manually. I talked with one of the guys that does do that. He told me exactly where he starts, always right here. And it was a funny story because he was having water leak in his vehicle, and his brand new Nissan lease vehicle that he was doing. Well, he ended up being the one, long story short, that set the glass and applied the glue. When we got how we know that is because he said he always sets here, starts his glue, finishes his glue. His buddies start over there, or at the top. And they have machines, but every now and then for some reason, they'd have to take the glass out and redo it. But he set that windshield, long story short, and did it wrong. He caused a leak. So it was pretty funny. He's a factory worker. But let's see here. Let's got the glass trim, so we're gonna clean everything, get my water, paintbrush. I like to do my blue shop towels, which they got thrown because I was in here digging last night. Thank you. We're gonna put these back where they belong. I like to keep them right here in this new configuration. It's not messy as y'all think. So I got my gloves, butyl, another mat that I could put down on the vehicle. This is the crash wrap. I've got extra urethane right there. Save your tips right now. They put out a notice about them. I got my cooler strapped, and then I've got my power inverter, tarp, and vacuum cleaner. So that's not as junky as you think it might be. That's actually organized for me. And then of course I got my construction cones there, traffic cones to put out whenever I'm working in the road or a parking lot that's got a lot of traffic. So paintbrush, we're gonna give it a quick sweep, knock out this dirt. Put it on the mist, apply our water. Okay, again, this is cloth right here. Don't let your rag, after you get to this section, start drooping like this. Make sure you maintain control of this rag. You keep it up and out and off that cloth. But clean your pinch welds. Pay attention to these corners. Keep it off the cloth. Come on down it. All right, we're good there. Next up comes the primer. All right, we use 5504G as our primer. Frame is cleaned. Dip your dauber in there. Working around the sides there, just take off a little bit of the excess. You don't need that much. I got primer on my gloves, so I'm gonna make sure I don't grab the vehicle with this hand here. Start at the bottom. Depending on what primer you're using, make sure you follow your manufacturer's specs. 5504G tells us to prime the vehicle's pinch weld. This is the vehicle's pinch weld. Got a little nick right here, you can see. I wasn't careful with my blade, that's on me. So make sure you prime those nicks. That covers them up, prevents them from rusting. All right, we're gonna save our dauber. Put away our primer. Next stage, prep on the glass. So let's get our stand out and set it up. Make sure my stands chains are connected. They are. Again, inspecting the awning. Make sure I got enough room right here for when I pull this glass out, because this is a big glass. Heavy glass. All right, so there's no molding on this. There should be a top molding. What the hell is that? Ooh, they scared me at the warehouse. I thought they gave me a broke glass. That's just laminate. All right, scrape your stickers off. Clean the inside where that sticker might have been. You want to do it before you set that glass. It's no fun to set this glass and have to try and take this off and clean this residue from in the inside. Let's go ahead and do it from the outside when the glass is sitting out. There we go. All right, I'm not going to worry about cleaning these yet. I'll get those in a moment. What I do want to do is clean the frame right here at the top, because I got to attach my molding. I forgot about that. We need to scratch this laminate off. Don't pull it, cut it. Flip my glass over. We're going to set our molding. There's an underside molding that just sticks with 3M tape. I like to call it the Jeep style molding. If you're not working with gloves whenever you're fiddling with the glass, go ahead and start getting used to that. You need to work with gloves. You got oil, sweat, and everything on your hands. You're putting it all over this glass right here where the glue is trying to adhere to. So to save you the trouble to where you're not coming back, you know, a few months later because you got a water leak due to your fingerprints being there from the grease, you know, the oil, go ahead and put on those gloves. I've never had a water leak in any of my vehicles since using gloves. It is, you got to get used to it. It is not easy working in gloves. All right, clean our glass. So clean these sides first. This is where your glue, your urethane is going to be at. Whew, smell electrical fire. Oh, it's strong. Wonder if it's coming from that shop over there. Wind is blowing from that direction. After cleaning the glass, we can go ahead and set my suction cups and get our tape. So, driver's side suction cup, 1 cup in, so there's 1. So that's where I'm going. 3 cups down, 1, 2, 3. Go a little bit lower, 3.5. All right, we're ready to put urethane on. So Glass is prepped. We're gonna clear our old tip. We're ready to go. Lean over the vehicle. All right, pop my new tip. I just use a tip that they give you to pop my tips. That's glue. Pop the back, transfer nozzle. You don't have to crank down on that either. You crank down on that, you're gonna start seeing splits down here. And then when you're applying urethane one day, your nozzle's gonna fall into the vehicle. And you're gonna get your urethane everywhere. I always get my slight overlap there. So I got urethane on this glove. We're gonna go ahead and replace this glove, put a new one over it. All right, we're good there. Next up, pancake. Make sure you pancake all your areas where the glue is being joined together. Alright, we're good. So now let's see if we can use this to get our paper towels out. Alright, once we're good there, shut my door. Inspect my glass. Inspect the suction cups. Once your suction cups are good, then you can set your glass. Show you real quick. I like to grab my glass from the top. Go ahead and position your body on the driver's side by the VIN. Onto the wheel. Slide it in position. And we're going to lower the glass. Make sure you keep it off this track right here. That's what I'm watching. VIN number looks good where it's at. So I like this position. Push up on your suction cup when you're applying your tape. My top right here is where I want it. So I need to get this cup out of here. So go under the glass, lift up just slightly, loosen that and back it off. I'm gonna make center contact on all my glue. We are centered contact. Set it into position. Need to come down a little bit there. All right. That's it. Now all you do, guys, just put the vehicle back together, put your cowl on, put your wipers, work on that inside. Just the reverse of what we did earlier. So we're gonna start outside. We're gonna do the cowl first. I like to clean their cowls off while I got in this position. Inspect any channels where there might be where water needs to go through. Make sure they're unclogged. we're good. Everything's good there now. So let's go ahead and get the side pieces back on. Oh, don't forget your wiper hose over here, guys. Reattached. Side pieces, make sure you line these up. There's not really much room on this. Look, the glass is right next to that track there. So if you put this between the track and the glass and you smash down, you could crack that glass. So get in position, make sure you've got every prong in that glass. Once you got it where you want it, and you can press it down. There we go. Side piece. This is, remember, I only got one hook here, so we're gonna get it in here, get it fitted where it needs to be. Be very careful. I just worked it in with my thumb. I can't really show you with the camera, but I just put my thumb back here and worked that back and forth until it slotted in. Second piece, put it right here for prep. Same thing over here, glass. Let's go ahead and push it down. Put it in my position. Get it in the channels lined up where we want it. All right. That's it. Wiper time. Driver's wiper is always going to be the longest one. Show you. See the blades? So this is our driver's wiper blade. If you mess it up, the other thing, you can turn them upside down, and one's going to give you a D, the other's going to give you a P. So that must be our D. You look on this one. No, it says A also. This one's not marked. Usually they mark them, but I know this is my driver because of the long blade. There are marks on the glass on where the wipers go. See, I'll come here and show you right there. That is your mark for your wipers. So put the tip of the wiper there. All right, we're good. Now all we could do, 14mm socket, find the nuts that go on there. This one slipped. We're going to loosen it all the way back up again. CPR compress it to get it off those teeth. Slide it back in the position I want, and then we're going to snug it up. When you're changing out those windshields, pay attention to what you're doing. Try and notice little things like that whenever it happens. I'm not going to need that again. All right. Inside, before this camera battery runs out, we got our rain pad. Open this door if you're in a hot place. Allow that wind to go through. Makes it more comfortable for you. Do not touch these rain pads without gloves on. Do not put your fingerprints on these pads. When you peel them off, take off one layer first. Set it on the rain sensor. Try and work out as many of these air bubbles as you can, getting it into position where it should be. Once you have done that, pull the second one, and then we're just going to reattach it. Once you rehook it, just give it a little, work it in there. We're good. Reattach our mirror. T20. All right. Now the cover just snaps on those 4 prongs onto the post. that are attached right here to the glass. So let's get our cables in the positions. That looks good. There it is. Last one. It's just this one. We need to get this clip out of there. I've noticed it's not here. So there's one right here. This one's not here. So we're gonna go and get a pick. We're gonna get that clip out, put it back on there before we attach that. Might even use these needle nose. It does, just slides back on, and now it's ready to go up. That's it. We're good. Get my trash. I'm gonna go over there and get that one. There it is. Last clip for the corner, and then all we do is clean this windshield, and we're done. When you clean your glass, you can use this also as a time to press down on these edges, seams of the glass, and make sure that it is making contact with that glue. More than likely, the weight of this glass, it's heavy, it's going to make the contact with the glue, but just press down lightly just to make sure it's in its groove, kind of, you know, its sweet spot. The windows are already cracked. A+ for her. That is great thinking ahead. Didn't even have to tell her, she already knew.